Hello everybody, Isla's here. Welcome back to another video. And I've been waiting for so long to make this video. Like, I'm so excited for it. You have no idea. And as you've read in the title, we're going to be reading Christmas themed romance books. I only found like 2 that really got my eye, so we're only going to be reading 2. But still, it's Christmas. Oh my god. Christmas is like my favorite time of the year. Christmas lights are the most beautiful, especially where I study. Amazing. They are so beautiful. I already decorated my room. I'm gonna look. This is like a thing you can put in your 3, but like I don't have a 3 in my room, so obviously. I also have this one's, please. A moment of appreciation for these point shoes. That's insane. Oh my god, I don't have many like Christmas decor in my room, but I have a little bakery. Like, look at this. I'm gonna turn it on. Wait. Now you cannot see it. Okay. This is like, I'm gonna show you this at night. This is the most beautiful thing ever. Okay, so the first book I'm going to be reading, like, first of all, this is my first time ever reading a Christmas themed book. So I'm kind of like expectations are very high. So yeah, but the first book I'm gonna be reading is The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. I have never read Lucy Score, so I don't know anything about her writing or wording or themes. So I'm like, okay. And that one I'm gonna be reading on my Kindle. The other one I'm gonna be reading, you're gonna be seeing in the middle of the video. It's going to be a physical book that I have here since like September or October, that I've been dying to read, but I'm like, I'm not gonna read a Christmas book when it's not Christmas. So that's the one I'm most excited for. So that's also the one that I'm gonna read last, like to get that feeling. So you'll probably be seeing me putting my tree up and decorating the house. That's literally the best. So yeah, let's get to reading. finished the Christmas fix 2 days ago. And I didn't have time to sit down and talk to you guys about it. But I made a few notes. Let me check. Okay. Let's go through my little notes. It's important to say that this was my first time ever reading Lucy Square, so I didn't know what to expect. And the writing is like really... how can I say it? Like, her writing is really light. I think light is a good... like, it's not heavy. It's light writing. Does that make sense? I hope it does. It's very light. It's also nothing different and crazy. So, it's fine. It's fine, you know? Story-wise, I really like Mary, like the town where they were. Like, I never heard about a town that was only like Christmas town. Maybe because I live in Portugal and that doesn't really exist here, so I don't know. But yeah, I really like the TV show-ish vibe. But like the hate the main characters had for each other, like Kat and Noah, was really unnecessary. Like, I don't know where it comes from, really. Like, I don't know why he hates it so much. Like, even if you try to justify his past, like, you try to justify it with his past, I'm like, why would you hate on someone like that, you know? But well, really, really liked Noah's daughter. Like, I feel like she was like, yay, personality. But then she said like words, like specific words that she said. I was like, a 12-year-old would never say this. And I know it's a book and it's a story and she can say whatever. I still don't feel like it's very realistic, some things that she said. But it was okay. I let it pass, you know? The idea was cool, but I feel like the author was always like being super repetitive with things. Like, oh no, he hates her. Oh, he really hates her. Oh no, he hates her. And I'm like, okay, I know he hates her. You don't need to remind me every 3 pages. I felt like this hate they had for each other was like a bit childish. Like, grow up, please. You need to grow up. Just grow up. We don't need to see you acting like that. Well, that was the thing that kind of bothered me. The ending was very cool though. I really liked it. I don't want to spoil it to you, but yeah, I really liked it. I feel like this one was more like Christmassy, and the one I'm going to read next, or that I actually already started, it's more like December themed, so it's not really Christmas boom in your face, but it's cool. I already started reading One Day in December. I'm on page 33. Yeah, 33. This book has like a very premise that I really like, and specifically where I am right now, we're going to get the guy's POV, like his POV, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. But One Day in December, writing style, really like it, really, really cool. For now, I ended up giving the Christmas Fix 3 stars, which is really good for a Christmas novel. You know, I don't think I would like it like that much. It was very easy to read because I sat down on a Sunday, like the day I finished it, and I read half of the book like in 2 hours. Now I'm going to keep on reading One Day in December, and I'm really liking it. Like, I completely bashed on it, forgot to tell you. Like, it's basically this girl, and she sees this boy on a bus. And then she goes, like, telling her best friend, and she's been searching for that guy for, like, a year or something, and yeah. And her best friend now has, like, a boyfriend and everything, and she's gonna meet the boyfriend. For now, that's literally all that happened. But it's really cute. And this book is so floppy. Like, it's so good to just hold it in my hand. I cannot. I can't. It's amazing. I'm going to shut up and go to read. See ya. Sit down and talk. So we're gonna talk while I get ready. So I'm reading One Day in December. Forgot the name for a second. I'm reading One Day in December. Okay, let me just brush this. I'm reading One Day in December, and today I went to a Starbucks because we didn't have trains. There's a whole mess. So I went to a Starbucks. I ordered my little drink. And I sat down and read a bit. Let me take my glasses off. I sat down and read a bit. And I am now on page 204. If I'm remembering correctly. And what I think. Well, I think a lot of things. But one of them is, I do not like Jack. He pisses me off really badly. And since we have his POV, I know they are probably ending up together. This is not a spoiler, okay? And if you don't like me talking too much about things, maybe I have other videos that you'll like more. But okay, so Jack. I never liked Jack. Okay, maybe when I didn't know anything about his personality, I did. But I love Oscar. Oscar is like the perfect guy for her, for Lori. And I feel like she's going for Jack. And if she is, if she goes for Jack, I'm gonna get pissed. I'd rather her being heartbroken than being with Jack. Like, not meant to be. Like, sometimes you're just not meant to be. Sometimes it happens. But, like, the story, I thought this would be a more Christmassy type of story. Like, December vibes, but no. It goes, like, through various years. Like, sometimes we are in March. Like, January, March, September are the months like I see more often. And we go through a lot of years. And sometimes there's, how do I call it? Sometimes there's like plot holes. And I'm like, okay. She tries to, like, the characters try to explain what happened, or whatever. It's cool. It's a choice of the author to do that. But, like, not my style. Especially because romance is not my style at all. Like, it's hard for me to give romance really big things. And like, one of my goals for next year is like reading a lot of romance and see what type of romance I actually like. And I know it's gonna be dark romance because I've always liked dark romance no matter what. But I want to change that. So, we're going to try. But we'll talk about that in like goals for next year and everything. But what I'm thinking, there's this specific actually it's two scenes. Like, there's this specific thing where Lori went to Thailand and she was speaking Thai. And to me that was funny because I am the biggest Thai BL fan. Like, I was in the middle of the coffee shop, like, trying not to laugh, like, people were looking at me like, girl, the fucker is going on? But okay. Well, like, that Thailand thing was funny. Like, funny and, like, kind of cringe, you know? I wish I could finish this book by tomorrow, but I'm going to work tomorrow. So, I don't know how it will go. Also, I think I talked in the last clip that I went to see a movie. And I want to implement my little movie reviews in the middle of this random reading vlogs. And I want to say, I went to see The Room Next Door. I was trying to think about the title in English. The Room Next Door by Pedro Almodovar. It is my favorite director. Like, I've watched like 4 movies of his. 4 movies of his. And he's already my favorite. Imagine. But this movie is everything. This movie is everything. If I'm going to be a filmmaker, I better be like this type of filmmaker. Like, I don't want to be anything else. I want to be this niche. Because I feel like his movies are so niche. And I really hope he wins an Oscar. Get my man nominated. Because I just loved it. I loved it so much. Like, it's insane. The performances. Because you go to a movie like that. It's a heavy topic. And you know it's going to be like, And then the script is so well made that it's a comedy. I wish you could see, like, we were 300 people in a room. We were all laughing. When Tilda is amazing as an actress. When her character, Martha, was like, she opened her mouth and she had like the most serious face on it, and then she was like saying the craziest, most funny thing ever. I love her. I love Ingrid. I love Martha. If you like, there were like, Ingrid is a writer, and like, books are very important in this world, like for set design, for what they're doing. This is based in a book. If you have the opportunity, go see it. I'm going to shut up, go to ballet class, read, and then I'll talk to you about it. I know I haven't shown myself reading the book because I completely forgot I had to record myself reading it. So basically, I read it, most of the book, on a Starbucks the other day. And yesterday night, I sat down in my bed before going to sleep and I finished it. So here are my final thoughts on One Day in December. Why is this crooked? Okay. So I have a few tabs. Okay, you can barely see them, but I have a few. I would say like good 10. Actually, yeah, almost 10. A lot of thoughts. But first, like I did with the Christmas Fix, I gave this book 3 stars. But they are 2 very, very different books. The Christmas Fix was fixed in a place with its same characters, and I feel like the story, I don't think it had too many boring moments. Maybe 1 or 2. With One Day in December, I feel like since the story goes like through many, many years, and it's not only like December Fix, there are quite a few important things that happen in December, but it's not the main thing. I felt like there were some like scenes that were kind of like boring and not necessary to be here. Characters. Let's talk characters first. I feel like Lori was kind of my favorite character, even though she did a few things that I don't agree at all with what she did. I feel like she was a pretty real person, you know? It's like I could meet her and have a conversation with her. But with Jack, I could never. Like, ever since he opened his mouth, I was like, shut up. So if you read the book, you know I didn't like the ending a lot. Because it's this thing. Didn't connect with Jack at all. Good things about this book. I liked Oscar. And I liked the fact that he was like, my career, my things, whatever. But if you thought about that, like before you got married, you should have thought about your career, you know? Like when you get married, getting married is like the most important thing you're doing at the moment. You need to think, oh, but if I get married, I should like remember in my head that I have this person by my side, that they take care of me and I take care of them. And like, I don't know, he was a bit selfish, but who isn't selfish these days? One of my favorite characters was Sarah. I feel like when she was mad at Laurie, I'm saying this as if you've read the book, because if you haven't, I don't want to spoil it to you. But when she was mad with Laurie, like I could see where she was coming from. Like there wasn't a single moment where I was like, you're bad. Like she was realistic. She was nice, so I loved my girl Sarah. You know, I would rather have seen Jack and Laurie living their different lives, even though if Laurie's not married anymore. The ending was rushed, and you know it was. It's just like, okay. I know many people might find it cute and everything. I didn't find it cute. I'd rather they have their own little lives, and that would be okay. It's just a story, you know? But this is not real world. This is the book world. So everything is very mystical and very cute. So, 3 stars for One Day in December. I feel like this one is not... It has a few Christmassy things, but is more about years and relationships, friendships, difficult situations. If I had to recommend you both The Christmas Fix and One Day in December, I would say if you want a really fast-paced book that will, like, it's about Christmassy things and yay, I would tell you to read The Christmas Fix. But if you like more complicated situations and maybe quite unrealistic sometimes, I would recommend you One Day in December. The vibes are immaculate. And I feel like Jossie has a really cool writing. Like, I tried to search other books that she had, but they didn't really, like, catch me to read. But she has a few quotes that I really enjoyed. Let me see if I find one. Oh, this one is I think this one is very important, but this is the one that I was like, I like this. She says, "We are a triangle, but our sides have kept changing length. Nothing has ever quite been equal. Perhaps it's time to learn how to stand on our own rather than lean on each other." I really like that. I feel like that's very, very true. I don't think I have a lot more to say about the books that we read, but I love the Christmas spirit. I now want to watch like at least one Christmas movie this year. Last year I watched Love Actually and I loved it so much, and I was like, why did I not watch it sooner? Why? And this year I'm planning on watching The Holdovers. Let's see if I can do it. So, I think that's it. Through this video, like put my this video was like just a little Christmas special I wanted to make. I think that's it. We'll probably see each other next week or maybe in 2 weeks. I don't know. Let's see how time goes. Have a happy Christmas. I hope you have a really good time with your family, and if you're spending your Christmas alone, I hope you have a really good time alone. I hope everything goes well, and we're going, yeah. And don't forget to leave me a little like. Goodbye then.